In session 4, we're going to continue to talk about the reasons we subtract. So we subtract to take from. Here's an equation, 30 minus 10 equals blank. I write this up on the board or on the chart paper and we come up with the answer of 20. And then I model for them. I say, all right, you know what? We're going to use this equation of 30 minus 10 equals 20, and our theme for today, or our context, is going to be the candy store. What I have found is that if we give students a specific theme, it's narrow enough so that they can come up with an example for me versus just saying your story can be about anything. The other thing is oftentimes we can make connections between their stories if it's based on the same setting or theme. Okay? In time, it's nice to let the kids come up with their theme. I find that with the candy store, it's a good theme for us to use when we talk about taking away. Seems like ones the kids can really relate to. So I go ahead and model, and I say, all right, I have to use 30 minus 10. That's my problem, and my theme has to be a candy store. So on the chart paper, I write, I bought 30 pieces of bubble gum. I gave 10 of them to Noah. How many pieces of bubble gum did I have left? Okay, that's my problem. Let's see. Show me those 30 pieces of bubble gum. So they put their hand out. I had 30 pieces of bubble gum. I gave 10. Give them 10 to Noah. Okay? So I have them incorporate that take from strategy that we learned for the Power Teach action. Okay? And then I also talk about, now do you see what my question is? My question says, how many pieces of bubble gum did I have left? Now, does that question result in an answer of 20? Oh, yes, it does. Okay, so that is an example of a problem that is a take from subtraction problem using 30 minus 10 equals 20. Okay, so I verbalize it, I write it down. When you have students share their problems the first few times, don't worry about having them write those problems down. Have them verbalize it. That's the first step to communicating, is verbally being able to explain, and then a gradual release of let's get them to write that problem. Okay? So now, I modeled for them, asked them, all right, I want you to think to yourself, if you had 30 minus 10 equals 20, and your theme is a candy store, think to yourself, what kind of problem could you create using this information, just like I did. So I give them a little private think time, and then they talk with their partner, and then we come back together as a group, and I usually call in a few people to share their story. And, you know, we make connections with, gosh, what are some key words you heard in that question? How was his question the same, or how was it different? Okay? Really talking about what they recognized in all of those problems. Okay? So first the teacher does it, then we do it with a partner, we share with our partner, we do a little bit of a share out. And as students are sharing, have the other students engage by showing that whole amount. Maybe have that student repeat their problem, and we show the 30 Skittles or whatever their story has, and we pretend to take 10 of those away so that they're really actively involved with that process of we started with some, we are taking from. Okay? Reason number 1 to take from is why we subtract. Just to clarify, I think you really need to recognize that this is a process. So probably for several days, you are simply going to have students verbalize some take from problems. You'll choose different themes. You'll have them choose a theme, but get them very comfortable verbalizing a take from problem. Okay? And then eventually, this is an assignment that I would give them. Okay, here's the topic. Here's the problem. It needs to be an example of a take from problem. Okay, and we talk about what should your problem have. It has to have a clear question at the end. It must be take from, and what numbers must we? You know what? I suggested here that on the back side you use a subtraction strategy to show your solution. Draw a picture that represents or relates to this problem. However, you could simply start by coming up with the answer together as a group and then simply having them write the context or the problem. Okay? I'm going to include this worksheet within the blog so that you can easily adapt it, leave the topic blank, easily change those numbers depending upon your grade level, where your students are at. Your equation might look very different. Thanks. I hope you have a better idea of how to have your students contextualize a take-from problem. All right, thank you.